Welcome to Six Figs. I'm Kyle, and today we're in Irving, Texas for Mining Disrupt, and I've got a gentleman here who is the founder of Bitcoin Museum, which is this phenomenal, incredible display of Bitcoin mining history. So I'd like to have you introduce yourself, and we're going to figure out the who, what, why, where, and when, and how you all started this, because you've got some great ventures ahead of you. That we'd like to hear what your next moves are in this industry.
Things like, my name is Tobias, but they call me the coin dad in the space, and I've been around for quite a while, and for the last 6 years I've been basically building up my collection of miners. 6 years ago it started basically when there was one of the crashes and people left miners with me while I was refurbishing them, and I found myself really subconsciously collecting them, and then one night I realized I have 10, 12 miners on the shelf, and cleaned them up, put them in line, went to eBay, found more, got up to 25, 30 machines, but that was just a personal collection. It was just for myself. And I was one day realized man, this is historic. And then I went online to find out which museum I can give them to. And when I went on the internet, I was totally surprised that there's nobody preserving the history of Bitcoin. And I mean, Bitcoin's not something you can touch or see, but miners is a tangible part of the Bitcoin blockchain. And I thought that how do we even educate the future of generations without preserving its past? So that's when I came up with bitcoinminingmuseum.com, and I bought the website and built it up, and got a 5-man team now. And for the last 6 years, I've just been meeting OGs who find stuff in their attics and sheds from different countries, and it's a bunch of either free donations or me negotiating Bitcoin or buying it in fiat or whatever. But I've spent a lot of energy and several thousands of hours of my time I put into building this to what it is now. And Mining Disrupt has been a big supporter for the last 5 years. I've been to every conference that they booked me for, and every year it just gets bigger and bigger, and just more energy and more people recognizing the importance of what I'm building. So it's starting to get to a head now where I need a brick and mortar, and I've been out there, letting people know that it's time for brick and mortar, because every time I leave with my museum, if I get in a car accident, everything I've done is gone. And I don't want that to happen, because I have some one-on-ones, I have some prototypes, and they cannot be replaced if they get lost. So it's time for a brick and mortar, and there's some options that have come up recently that I'm going to pursue, and hopefully we'll have a place like that soon.
Yeah, that's great. And for all the people watching this, one of the most incredible feelings that I've had in a long time, nostalgic related, was walking into your exhibit. Because after being in the crypto space for, 5-10 years, I remember seeing all these miners and stuff on eBay as I was looking to mine, and to see all these examples behind me just laid out, and this is the historical growth and development of these machines. It brought back so many cool memories, to say the least, and feelings, about the history of Bitcoin and these miners. So I think what you're doing is really important and really cool, and it's unique in a way where there's nothing else like it.
Yeah, there's nobody in the world doing what I'm doing, and I put so much time and effort into building it to it that I'm comfortable with saying that it's almost impossible for somebody to duplicate what I built. Because some of these things have taken me 4 to 5 years to find, and building relationships where people trust me enough to say, okay, that he's not a scammer, or he's legit wanting to do something, and then they end up letting me know, hey, I got this and I got that. And I'm like, wait a second, I've been talking to you for 2 years. You never told me you had that, but they were just trying to figure out if I'm legit or not. So yeah. The relationships matter in the space, and Bitcoiners are very good at weeding out the bullshit, and I'm transparent with everything I do. And the other cool thing is with these events is what you were just saying, you got your emotional moment when you've seen some of this stuff. I've literally seen OGs cry, or got teary-eyed anyway, when they've seen a miner that they haven't touched in over a decade, and they see it again, because they know that that's their humble beginnings of where they are today in this world. And then it goes everywhere from young children showing up and asking legitimate mining questions when they see this stuff. A single mother with a cabin in Virginia is I want to heat my home, and I heard miners I can make Bitcoin with and heat my cabin. It's for the range of scope of people that come through my museum with different reasons has been pretty awesome to experience.
That's incredible. Yeah, and I'll tell you this, I felt like a kid that found some old toys when I walked into your museum. I was just blown away. So, yeah, shout out your socials here. Let people know where you can find you and your museum and things like that.
And I'm mostly on X, btcminingmuseum.com, BTC Mining Museum, or the Coin Dad. There are some fake ones out there, so make sure it's got my little check mark next to it. And on Telegram, same thing.
Absolutely.
Then shout out to Chola Energy and Sola Satoshi, because I got dual sponsorship this year to bring me out here, because I'm almost 1,500 miles away, and I do not allow delivery trucks to touch my stuff. So I hand deliver my own things to every conference. Like, my Suburban is only 3 years old, and I'm like 1,000 miles away from 100,000 miles in just 3 years.
Wow.
But me driving this thing around the country.
That's incredible.
But it's time for brick and mortar. I need a home first.
There you go.
So I'm working on that next.
Well, hey, thanks for your time. And yeah, we'll tag them in the socials. And I encourage everybody to watch out for the Bitcoin Museum, wherever they're going at these Bitcoin-related conferences, because there's something to see, to say the least.
Just one other thing I want to point out is I don't have the CapEx to build everything out. I have contributions already from some OGs that are helping me out from the get-go. But I've, in the past, dealt with institutions or local governments that's not worked out because there's so much bureaucracy and red tape and politics that I cannot move forward when I want to.
Yeah.
So this time I'm going to focus strictly Bitcoin community driven to where I can make immediate decisions and stuff and have only people from the space involved in helping me build it. So that way can't nobody tell me what to do or how to do it or control things in case power changes hands in the government and all that stuff. So yeah, when it gets time for this brick and mortar, I'm probably going to have an official Bitcoin address. I'm going to try to see if I can become a nonprofit or at least join a nonprofit and get that nonprofit status. But yeah, I hope that the community realizes the importance of what I'm doing, because you cannot teach the future generations without preserving its past.
That's right. That is absolutely true. And I mean, it's one thing to kind of roll out the red carpet and show these, the future generations, the politicians, like, this is the history. This is like where we're going as an industry. And you can actually see, touch, and feel this equipment. And it goes a long way.
Yeah, that's a great point, because there's people that have come through that come to a conference just because they're on the fence about rather Bitcoin is something to invest into. And when they see 16 years in front of their face, it's undeniable. You can't sit there and say it's a scam anymore.
Right. It's a very powerful.
I didn't come up with this overnight, waking up in the morning with all this. It's real.
Definitely. Well, hey, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Best of luck.
Yeah, best of luck to your new endeavors and your brick and mortar store. And I'll be sure to shout you out when I can. And I'm trying to raise as much awareness without appreciate you. So thank you, sir. No problem. Nice talking to you.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.